Hello, AP World History students. This is Mrs. Evans. Mrs. Hull and I visited today on our first snow day about putting some resources together that you guys could opt into using to help you stay current with 3B and feeling really prepared for our exam, which will take some time after we get to come back to school. So consider this a choice board. You don't have to do all of these things. We're just sharing resources for you to choose to do if you have time and if you want to put in the effort. This work is entirely optional. We're not taking a grade for any of it. The days of mandatory snow day work are behind us. But I'm going to sprinkle in some Easter eggs for those of you that are good enough to, or kind enough, or generous enough with your time to check out this stuff. For example, before we take the 3B test, you might want to refresh your memory on Hinduism. Just saying. Here are the 3B test topics. You'll have period 1 and period 2 review questions. You might see a period 2 review question that expects you to remember something about transatlantic trade and what travel was like in the Atlantic in period 2. That's a possibility. Something else you might try to review for period 1 and period 2 questions. You might take the time period acronym, TIMBRS or GERMS, and you might say, hey, can I inspect each civilization that's mentioned in those acronyms? Like when I look at TIMBRS, European feudalism, can I do an inspect for feudal Western Europe? Can I do an inspect for the Byzantine Empire? Could I do an inspect for the Abbasid Caliphate? Those are some things you might consider. Or, in GERMS, G stands for gunpowder empires. My favorite gunpowder empire is the Ottoman Empire. Could I inspect them? One of the S words at the end of GERMS is the Tokugawa shogunate. Could I inspect them? I don't know, just something to think about. Okay. In our 3B topics, there is a topic that we might not have time to cover with the days we're losing for snow, and that's global migrations. So I'm going to share some resources with you on that topic to help you feel more prepared about it. Also, of course, if you're retesting anything from 3A, be sure to work on that retesting curriculum guide. You've got your existing 3B assignments linked here as your student planner. Keep taking notes, homework notes by level. Keep working on your 3B curriculum guide. Take care of any retesting topics from 3A. But most importantly, guys, this was something that was neglected a lot last unit. Do the 3B personal progress check. That's a great way to study for a multiple choice test by taking practice multiple choice questions. So you'll sign into Google Classroom to see the Google form that shows you which questions to answer, but you'll sign into My AP Classroom to actually access the questions. I think there's about 20 questions you could practice with to get you feeling really ready for our next test. Here's the choice board, guys. Nothing on here is mandatory, but I highly want to encourage you to utilize some or all of these resources while you're enjoying another snow day this week. The test topic of global migrations, I've got 2 circles on here related to that. Indentured servitude falls under global migrations. So I've put together some resources that help you analyze how that changed from period 2 to period 3. And then Heimler has made 2 videos about the causes and the effects of global migration. Level 1 was assigned it. All levels would benefit from watching those videos. On the 3B test day, whenever that ends up being, you're going to write a DBQ body paragraph. And so I've shared with you here a new prompt, a new set of documents. These are not the documents or the prompt that we're going to use for our real test day DBQ, but it would give you a chance to practice a body paragraph if you have some downtime with our snow days right now. Remember, in a body paragraph, we want to see a topic sentence. We want to see evidence 1 3 times. We want to see evidence 2 4 times. We want to see 1 document happy sourced, and we want to see 1 EBD attempt. Now, the last circle here, it's just another link to your student planner. I highly recommend that you check out resources from the other levels that you haven't completed, just as a way to keep your memory fresh. Maybe you've been taking really good notes on level 2 readings. You could watch some level 1 videos just to keep those topics fresh in your memory.